You wake up on a random Tuesday morning. Nothing special. Alarm goes off, you grab your phone, you're half asleep, scrolling, when you remember something. Last month, you got a raise. Not a tiny one either, a real raise. The kind you told your parents about, the kind you flexed a little in your head. And yet, as you're lying there staring at your ceiling, one thought hits you. Why does my life feel exactly the same? Same stress, same anxiety before opening your banking app, same feeling that money somehow disappears faster than it comes in. You're making more money than you were a year ago, but somehow you don't feel richer. If anything, you feel stuck. And that's the moment where people usually think, okay, something is wrong with me. But here's the thing, it's not you. This is the $0 raise illusion. My name is Jack, and I spent way too much time thinking about why people work harder, earn more, and still feel broke. And if you're someone who got a raise, a promotion, or a better paying job and expected your money stress to finally go away, only to realize it didn't, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, because this video is about to explain your entire financial life in a way nobody ever did. Now, look, we're taught something very simple growing up. More income equals more freedom. More income equals less stress. More income equals a better life. So naturally, when you finally get that raise, your brain goes, okay, this is it. This is the turning point. But then nothing changes. And this is where it gets interesting. Because statistically, this isn't rare. This is normal. According to data from the Federal Reserve, nearly 60% of Americans making over $100,000 still report living paycheck to paycheck. Let that sink in. 6 figures, still stressed. Still one unexpected expense away from panic. So the problem clearly isn't income. The problem is what your raise is actually competing against. Let me show you what I mean. Say you were making $60,000 a year. Then you get a $10,000 raise. In your head, that feels massive. $10,000. But after taxes, that $10,000 turns into maybe $6,500. Now break that down monthly. That's about $540 extra per month. Now you might be thinking, $540 a month is still a lot. Sure, on paper. But here's what most people don't realize. Your raise doesn't exist in isolation. It enters a system that is already designed to consume it. Rent goes up. Groceries go up. Insurance adjusts. Subscriptions creep in. Lifestyle expectations quietly expand. And before you know it, that extra $540 doesn't feel like extra money. It feels already spent. This is why the raise feels invisible. Because it didn't increase your freedom, it increased your baseline. Think of your finances like a treadmill. At $60K, the treadmill is moving at a certain speed. When you hit $70K, the treadmill doesn't stop. It speeds up. Same running, same effort, just more exhaustion. And this is where psychology kicks in. There's a concept called hedonic adaptation. In simple terms, your brain gets used to improvements insanely fast. New salary feels amazing for about 60 days. Then it becomes normal. Your brain recalibrates what normal looks like, and suddenly you're chasing the next bump just to feel the same. This is why people earning $40K think $80K would fix everything, and people earning $80K think $150K is the real number, and people earning $150K are still waiting for $250K to feel secure. The target keeps moving, not because you're greedy, but because your brain is wired to normalize comfort. Now here's where the illusion really messes with people. When the raise doesn't change anything, we assume the solution is another raise. So we work harder, we take on more responsibility, we say yes to more stress. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If your financial system is broken at $60K, it will be broken at $80K and $100K and $150K. More money doesn't fix a leaking bucket. It just delays the moment you notice the leak. Let me show you what's actually happening. Most people experience their raise in 3 phases. Phase 1, celebration. You feel validated. You feel progress. You think, finally, my hard work paid off. Phase 2, adjustment. Your life subtly upgrades. Nothing crazy, just nicer groceries, maybe a better apartment, a few more why not purchases. Phase 3, confusion. 3 to 6 months later, you look around and think, wait, where did it go? And this is where shame creeps in. You think you're bad with money, undisciplined, irresponsible. But you're not. You're just playing a game that was never explained to you. Here's the thing nobody tells you about raises. A raise is not wealth. A raise is not progress. A raise is simply fuel. And fuel only matters if you control the engine. Most people don't. Their engine is automatic. Money comes in, money goes out. End of story. So every raise just increases the volume, not the outcome. This is why so many people feel trapped, even as their income grows. Their life gets more expensive faster than their freedom grows. Now you might be thinking, okay, Jack, so what am I supposed to do? Never enjoy my money? Now, this isn't about deprivation. It's about direction. Because here's what financially calm people do differently. They decide before the raise arrives what that money is for. Most people wait until the raise hits their account, then react emotionally. Calm people pre-assign meaning. They say, this raise buys me time. This raise buys me security. This raise buys me options. And they protect that decision aggressively. Let me give you a real example. 2 people both get a $10,000 raise. Person A lets it blend into life. 6 months later, nothing changed. Person B does something boring. They immediately divert 70% of the raise out of their checking account. Not into spending, not into lifestyle, into investments, debt reduction, emergency buffer. So they never feel the raise. And that's the point. Because while their day-to-day feels the same, their future quietly changed. This is where it gets interesting. Studies from Vanguard and Fidelity show that people who increase their savings rate immediately after raises are dramatically more likely to reach financial independence, regardless of income level. Not because they're smarter, but because they never let their brain adapt to the money. They freeze their lifestyle and let their net worth do the adapting. Most people do the opposite. They upgrade life first and hope wealth catches up later. It rarely does. This is the core of the $0 raise illusion. Your raise didn't change anything because it wasn't allowed to. It walked into a system designed for consumption, not progress. And systems always win. So, how do you break it? First, you stop measuring progress by income. Income is loud. Wealth is quiet. Income shows up on pay stubs. Wealth shows up in optionality. Can you say no to a bad job? Can you handle a layoff without panic? Can you take time off without fear? That's wealth. Second, you create what I call a raise firewall. Every raise you ever get from this point forward gets split automatically. One part for lifestyle, guilt-free. One part for freedom, non-negotiable. Not someday, immediately. Automation beats motivation every time. And third, you redefine what success feels like. Not bigger purchases, but smaller reactions. When an unexpected bill doesn't ruin your week, when a bad boss doesn't trap you, when a slow month doesn't scare you, that's when the illusion breaks, because you realize something powerful. The raise wasn't supposed to make you feel rich. It was supposed to give you leverage. And leverage only works if you use it intentionally. So, if you got a raise and nothing changed, good. That means you're early enough to fix it. Because the worst version of this story isn't earning $60K and feeling stuck. It's earning $120K, working twice as hard, and still wondering why freedom never arrived. Don't chase the next raise hoping it'll save you. Build a system that turns raises into outcomes. And once you do, that $0 raise illusion disappears. And for the first time, your money actually starts working for you, not just passing through you. If this video made you rethink how you see income, hit subscribe, because this channel is about building calm, boring, powerful money systems that actually change your life.